This is a reimagining of Immortal Desire, Book 1, where your choices will change the fate of Crimson Beech forever. For the best experience, play Book 1. You can import your save files. Would you like to do so? Yes. That's me. Back to the beginning. You open your eyes, taking in your brand new bedroom for a second before shifting aside your bedroom curtains to peer out the forest growing right to the edge of your new neighborhood. You moved to this part of New England a week ago, and you still aren't used to the small town hush. Parker! Hurry it up! You're going to be late for school! Coming, Mom. Your mom sends you off to school with a kiss and a warning about the string of disappearances in Crimson Beech, urging you to stay out of the woods. That's not what you should be thinking on your first day of school. You look around searching for the admin building, but nearby a student speaking passionately to a crowd catches your eye. Look out! The frantic call cuts through the chatter of the quad, and as you look up, you see a perfectly spiraling football sailing straight towards your face. Are you okay? The charming student body president, Gabriel Aldahar, tours you around Crimson Beech High and tells you the town's eerie history. The statue is connected to a bit of town lore. Local legend has it that Crimson Beech was founded by vampire hunters. You're kidding. And then a shout goes up from down the hall. You turn for the source of the commotion and see a crowd parting around a rebellious-looking student. That all you got? Hi, Cass. Who was that? Cass is bad news. Someone to stay away from. Luckily, she's rarely at school, so avoiding her shouldn't be too hard. Gabriel drops you off at your first class and leaves you with one last surprise. Hey, before you go, are you free tonight? There's the annual back-to-school party in the woods after school that everyone goes to. I'd love it if you came too. Oh, a party? You hesitate, thinking of the murders, the warning your mom gave you to stay out of those very woods. Alright, count me in. I can't be the only person who doesn't go to the party of the year. Oh, we're supposed to be changing our history. As the sun starts to set over the town, you get ready for your first Crimson Beech High party. But more than the anxiety of being the new kid, the whispers of the monsters in the woods, there's something weighing heavy on your mind. Gabriel said Cass is bad news, but I can't help but feel like there's something more to her. On the other hand, Gabriel seems to know everything about Crimson Beech. I might be better off listening to him. You're about to make your first impact choice. Tonight, the bonfire, I'll stick close to Gabriel. I've already made my first friend here. I should focus on that instead of being some troublemaker. In the woods, surrounded by trees and the thumping bass of the music on the speakers, you get to know Gabriel's friends. Something tells me you'll fit right in here, Parker. Come on, we just finished setting up a game of musical chairs. A game? I'm always down for a little competition. Everyone freezes as Cass steps out from the underbrush, followed by another student you haven't seen before. He hangs back, looking around uneasy as Cass slinks over to the group. The atmosphere tenses as Gabriel steps right up to Cass. I don't remember you being invited. That's the entire point of party crashing. Her gaze slides over Gabriel's shoulder and picks you out of the group. The corners of her mouth lift up in a smirk. If it isn't the new girl from the hall, you must be the new student everyone's talking about. Her tone drips with condensation, making you bristle, and you move Gabriel aside to face her directly. First off, my name is Parker. Secondly, crashing a party you weren't invited to is one thing, but interrupting a conversation you're not a part of is another. I didn't realize Gabriel was right about you. He told me that you were trouble and I should stay away from you. You take a step back, closer to Gabriel, standing tall and sturdy beside you. If this is how you introduce yourself to someone you've never met, it seems like he's right. I'm wounded. I'm being serious. I'm honestly so hurt. You'd rather take Golden Boy here's word for it instead of giving me a shot yourself? You spread your arms, gesturing at Cass and the bonfire. Shot taken and a miss. I'm not impressed by the childish displays. The group oohs around you, but Cass only smirks dangerously. Her friend whispers something in her ear and she nods. I guess we should be going then. Good choice. As they walk off, Gabriel's friends rally around you. Oh, Parker, that was so badass. This will be the first bonfire ever without Harlow and her group of weirdos skulking around. People start breaking off in an excited chatter. The group of musical chairs totally forgotten, and Gabriel leads you over to a bonfire for a moment alone. I have to say, Parker, that was incredible to watch. Cass walks around town like she owns the place. It was nice seeing someone put her in her place for once, especially when that someone is you. Gabriel gazes at you warmly, butterflies tickling your stomach. You take a sip from your drink to distract yourself. Cass lived up to everything you said about her. Listen, listening to you was an easy choice. Now I can focus on getting to know you. Between the new school, new town, I don't need any other distractions. And with the school's uber-handsome senior class president / football king as my personal tour guide, I think I'm pretty sad. Uber-handsome, was it? I'm only saying Cass is no competition. Besides, I don't need her drama. He smiles, but there's something behind it you can't quite place. I know what you mean. And easy, quiet passes between you that you would never expect from someone you met that day. The wind carries over the snippets of the other group's conversation. Did you hear that there was another murder? Not surprised. You know the legends. There are demons in these woods. The group laughs, clearly unfazed, but a shiver runs down your spine. Gabriel scoots closer. Hey, they're just messing around. There's nothing to worry about with those old legends. Of course not. Obviously, monsters in the woods. You're perfectly safe, but I'll stick by your side the entire night, just in case. Of course, just to be safe. With a soft crackle of bonfire in the background, you and Gabriel spend the night talking until the embers burn low. When the party has died down for the night, Gabriel walks you home, even going so far as to offer you his hand to walk you up to the porch steps. His palm is warm. He pauses on the first step when you thread your fingers through his. After you. He grins, leading you up the steps. You both linger on the landing, not able to let go just yet. I had a wonderful night with you, Parker. You know, there's this festival the school hosts every year in the fall, and I've always thought it'd be kind of cool to go with a date. Are you asking me? Do you think you'd say yes? I think so, but you better ask to be sure. Alright. Parker, will you be my date for the autumn festival? I would love to. His smile's relieved. He genuinely thought there was a chance he'd say no. I guess I'll see you at school tomorrow. Good night, Parker. Good night, Gabriel. Why not? You lean forward and brush your lips against his. It's a brief, soft kiss. Parker, to hold you over until our next date. You watch Gabriel descend the porch stairs. On the last step, he turns back, and you think there's something he wants to say, but he waves goodbye and disappears into the night. A couple weeks later, you arrive at the Crimson Beech's annual Autumn Festival on the arm of Gabriel. The two of you have been inseparable for weeks. You even volunteer for the Autumn Festival Committee to spend more time together. Oh, over there they do candy apples that have a special caramel filling. And the Tilt-A-Whirl actually was down last year, so I'm really happy we're able to get it back up. I'm doing it again, aren't I? Rambling about how much you love the festival? Yeah, but it's adorable. I'm just looking forward to showing you all my favorite parts, and there are a lot of them. I defy the urge to make an itinerary. Thank you for sparing me. We were supposed to meet up with everyone later anyway. We'd better stick with the highlights. But it's so hard to choose. Wait, let me guess. Your number one is the Tunnel of Love. The festival doesn't have one, so I can't say I've ever been on one. But I think it could be my favorite. For the right person. Gabriel Aldhar, you better be talking about me. Now, where should we start? Do they have funnel cake? It's like my number one thing for anything. Gabriel walks backwards through the festival, navigating the stalls like he's done it 1,000 times. The high flyers, or wait, maybe the funnel cake. We should definitely do rides before food. You said funnel cake. Nope, funnel cake, come on. I'm happy with whatever, as long as... Hey! You jump as something cold and wet hits you square in the back. Behind you, Cass and her group of lackeys laugh riotously about the water gun game. You notice how that balloon's just kind of stuck in the sky now? Oops, sorry. Didn't think it would shoot so far. There's little... Gabriel, wait. But Gabriel's already marching towards Cass. What's your problem, Harlow? Didn't you hear? It was an accident. Lighten up, Aldhar. The rest of the group snickers, but there is no joke to Gabriel, who steps closer, clearly ready to defend your honor. This is getting out of hand. We're better than this. We're not middle schoolers, we're about to graduate. I think we can make it through one school festival without anyone getting expelled, yeah? Cass seems more than willing to risk it, but Gabriel hears your words and takes a step back. You're lucky I don't want to ruin my date. Oh, date. There's no way it'll last. Everyone knows it except her. Gabriel growls in response, but you tug him. Come on, Gabriel. You pull him away, but Cass's voice follows after you as you go. She doesn't know about you, does she, Aldhar? You lead Gabriel off of the main thoroughfare, and he's hiding it well, but you can tell Cass's words are getting to him. Hey, come on. Don't let her get you to you. I can't stand her. And her, I don't care about anything attitude. Cass Harlow would go down and take the world with her for fun. Cass's words echo in your mind. Whatever it is, Cass thinks I don't know about you yet. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. But I can't imagine there's a side of you I wouldn't like. Gabriel does a thing he does sometimes, where he goes far away for a moment, but then he's smiling again. Look at me, over here moping on our first date. I promised you the best first autumn festival of your life, and I plan to deliver. And how do you plan to do that? Gabriel threads his fingers through yours, starts to wind through the festival again. Normally, I'd say start with some candy apples as a must, but considering this is a special occasion... He stops in front of a fairly normal-looking mirror maze, touting a special surprise for anyone who reaches the center. So what's so special about this maze? Aside from the fact that this special surprise is pretty damn special, I help set it up every year, so I know the exact route to the middle. Isn't that cheating? So you're proposing we cheat? Gabriel Aldhar, I don't believe it. Think of it more like a loophole, one that'll almost guarantee us alone time, so you in? I'm right behind you. You and Gabriel step inside the dark, mirrored room, that reflected space seeming to go on forever. Whoa, we just got in here and I'm already feeling lost. I have complete faith you'll be able to get us through this in no time. He slips his hand in yours, giving it a reassuring squeeze. And if we do get lost, I can help us find our way back. I'm holding you to that. Let's do this thing. The two of you wander through the maze, carefully navigating the halls of illusory surfaces. So... got any insider knowledge for getting through this place? Well, I guess it wouldn't be cheating if I helped you figure out how to navigate on your own, may I? You nod and Gabriel moves to stand behind you, gently tilting your head. Your skin tickles where he's touched you. There, if you look at this angle, you can see how the light bounces off the wall. That's a dead giveaway of a mirror. Thanks, that's really helpful. The longer you wander through the maze, the more you start to lose your bearings. Does this place just look all the same, or are we just going around in circles? You look around, look over to Gabriel, and find yourself staring at the otherworldly wave. The colorful lights highlight the contours of his face. Can I help you with something? I'm just, wondering which way you think we should go. Nuh-uh, you're steering this ship. Which way do you think Captain Reese? You carefully look at the two paths in front of you, trying to judge which is the likeliest to lead you to the center. Left. You step towards what you think is a long hallway, but too late, you catch your own reflection and walk smack into a mirror. Oof. Parker, you okay? Yeah, but my ego feels a little bruised. Gabriel laughs and places a warm hand on your lower back, steering you back the way you came. Let's backtrack a bit and try another direction. Another direction you know is the right one? Maybe. After a few more twisting turns with some close calls, you emerge into a big open space that can only be the center of the maze. We did it! In record time, too. In the middle of the room stands a solitary gold mirror, but instead of finding your reflection in it, you see a dark, mysterious space. What is this? It's the way to the special surprise. I've seen Alice in Wonderland enough times to know that stepping to a mirror is a questionable decision. Come on, don't you trust me? Of course I trust you. Without hesitation, you take his hand in yours. If you want me to follow you through the looking glass, I say bring it on. You're pretty fearless, you know that, right? I know, but I'm even more fearless with you by my side. You're safe with me always. I'm holding you to that. Your hand firmly in Gabriel's, the two of you step into the mirror and emerge in what feels like another world. The rocks and trees around you are glowing white. The ceiling is painted to look like a galaxy. Whoa, this is incredible. Did you put this room together? Gabriel smiles proudly as you explore the otherworldly space. It was a team effort, but I did come up with the idea. What do you think? Was the special surprise worth the effort of the maze? Very worth it. It's beautiful. Glad to hear it, but I gotta admit, it's hard to appreciate the room when you're in here outshining it in every way. Glance over at him and find him already looking at you, a soft, handsome smile on his face. Gabriel, he leans in, his eyes dropping down to your lips. Kissing. We did promise a kiss on the next day. I think you've earned yourself a prize. You meet him the rest of the way, pressing your lips lightly against his. Parker. Gabriel cradles your face in his hands, parting your lips and deepening the kiss, making your knees weak. Needing to catch your breath, you pull back, unable to wipe the smile off your face. That was... yeah, for me too. Alright. As amazing as this place is, I want to check out more of the festival. That way, what way to the exit? About that. I knew my way to the center, but I don't really know my way out. You're kidding. Yeah, I am. Come on. Laughing, you take his warm hand and allow him to lead you out of the maze. You're trusting him, coming effortlessly. Outside the mirror maze, you and Gabriel wander through the fairgrounds. So, what do you think? Best autumn festival you could imagine? Definitely, but there's one thing that I can think of to bring us closer. Gabriel lets out a warm, genuine laugh before plopping you down on a bench. Let me guess, a candy apple? Sit night and I'll it for you. Alright, Pixelberry, you didn't try. You sit on the bench, overheating in the sun while you wait for your date to return. It's hot this time of year. I'll stay close, but I've got to find some shade. You edge over near the trees where it's slightly cooler, keeping an eye out for your date, but there's a sudden rustling from the brush behind you. Who's there, Gabriel? 3 figures dart out of the surrounding trees, their faces covered by masks, but you make out a glint of silver through their eye holes. Oh, you don't look too happy to see us. Hi, owl people. Who are you? Hoo. I mean, she's literally wearing an owl mask. You're coming with us, human. Grab her. Human? You don't even have time to gasp before one of them grabs you, and then the world blurs as they drag you off with terrifying speed and strength. The one holding you shoves you through the door of the gym, and you're sent sprawling to the ground. Quickly, you scramble back to your feet, like shaking with fear. Are you gonna kill me? Not quite. Suddenly, the doors of the gym burst open. Parker, when I couldn't find you, His words cut short as the searing pain lances through your arm. You look down, seeing one of your attackers has cut you. Ow! No! Hot blood gushes out of the fresh, deep gash, and there's a flash of metal as your attacker sheathes a knife. We won't kill you. He will. He shoves you at Gabriel, and in shock, a wave of relief floods you, but Gabriel's oddly still, the comforting warmth you're used to feeling from him unsettlingly absent. Gabriel? You try and pull back, but his grip locks on you, not letting you go. You look up at him. He lets out a low growl, eyes gleaming silver, his fanged expression more monstrous than anything you've ever seen. What are you? Oh, the human has no clue. Alvar's been holding out. Gabriel's grip on you tightens and you wince as fresh blood pours over the wound, making the silver of his eyes glow brighter. Gabriel, I'm your friend. It's Parker. Remember all the times we've had together? The school tour, the children's ward, the arcade, today at the festival? Tears well in your eyes, and when you speak, your shaky voice is hardly louder than a whisper. Whatever's happening to you right now, I know the real you is in there, somewhere. The real Gabriel Aldahar wouldn't hurt me. Though his expression remains unfamiliar, his eyes land on yours as a flicker of recognition before he flies at the other vampires who prepare to fight. Surround him and subdue him before it's too late. Gabriel's head turns wildly, trying to follow his enemy's movements as they circle him. He lashes out at one, but the other two pummel him with blows. Whatever Gabriel is right now, he's fighting the creatures trying to kill me, and he needs my help. You scan the gym, looking for something, anything to trip your attackers up. Throw a football at their heads, trip them with a volleyball net. You grab the length of the net from a nearby equipment bag, tying one side to the bleachers and running to the other side of the gym while holding the other. I can't stand a chance fighting these things, but maybe literally tripping them up will give Gabriel an advantage. You crouch down, watching, and wait for one of the attackers to get closer, following their inhuman speed as best as you can. As one of the attackers nears, you lift the net to knee height and pulling it taut with all of your strength. And the attacker stumbles over it, crashing into the ground. Gabriel quickly descends on him, tearing his head clean off. Oh my god. Gabriel takes the attackers out one by one, moving with terrifying speed and strength as you watch a deep primal fear settles inside of you. I need to get the hell out of here. You make a run for the door, hoping to escape while the monsters are distracted, but you find the doors jammed shut. No matter how hard you pull, you can't open them. No. You look back at Gabriel, his shoulders heaving as he looks down at the bodies of your now dead attackers before he turns to face you. Any recognition is gone from his eyes. Instead, they stare back at you with nothing but cold, unfeeling hunger. He crouches in preparation to charge, and you flinch, your legs shaking too badly to run, as if you could outrun him. Gabriel, please. No, don't. But before he can strike, another form whizzes past and slams into him. You scramble back against the wall as Cass pins Gabriel to the floor, holding tight as he thrashes against her. Wake up, golden boy. You have some serious explaining to do. Cass slams Gabriel against the gym floor, the force of it seeming to shake him out of his trance. He blinks slowly, the blood lust receding from his face as he stops struggling. Parker, what happened? What happened is that you got overcome by bloodlust and killed my friends. Cass gestures to one of the figures on the floor whose mask has fallen off. Some friends they were, they tried to kill me. What? That's You jump as the door bangs open behind you. Astoria's heels clack on the lacquered floor she strides in before coming to an abrupt stop. She takes in the carnage, then Gabriel, Cass, and finally you. There will be hell to pay for this. While the Coven elders are reviewing the evidence of the attack of the gym, you wait in the awkward silence of the Nexus dungeons. You huddle in the corner of a stone cell deep underground, shaking with fear. You refuse to take your eyes off of Cass or Gabriel. Stay away from me, both of you. You're monsters. Gabriel winces, the pain visible on his face as he clutches a plastic pouch filled with dark liquid. Is that blood? You know, I used to think the same thing, but meeting you, spending the time with you, I'm not so sure of that I am anymore. If I were really a monster, you wouldn't have to been able to pull me back from the edges of bloodlust. You brought me back to myself, Parker. You look into his inhumanly silver eyes, seeing the guy you started to have real feelings for, not the being that attacked you in the gym. If you're not a monster, then what are you? I'm a vampire. There are vampires living here in Crimson Beech, 2 covens of them. Your head spins at the revelation, but after what you've seen, you can't deny the truth of it. My mom's work, the bodies found in the woods. Yeah, they were killed by vampires. But not the ones in my coven. We would never harm a human. He shoots a dirty look at Cass, who shrugs innocently. Parker, I'm sorry I kept this from you. I wanted to keep you away from all of this, but instead I almost got you killed. You have every right to hate me. Gabriel, I could never hate you. You slide closer to him, careful not to move too quickly. Yes, you lied to me about something so huge. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. Gabriel drops his head, regret clear on his face, and you gently reach for his hand. But I know your intentions were good. You would never unknowingly put me at risk. Parker, thank you. I promise I'll prove my trust isn't misplaced. Still, I have so many questions. I mean, where even are we? You're in the belly of the beast, human. Home sweet home for Crimson Beech's vampires. You're not helping, Cass. Not trying to. Not that I doubt you could sabotage this thing even more all on your own. Cass looks at you with a dangerous grin. If you were with me, you would have known the truth right away. That's never going to... The sound of far door opening stops you short, and all 3 of you stand as your principal and your mom's boss enter the holding cell. While I appreciate your commitment to secrecy, Gabriel, it seems your insistence on spending all of your time with a human has caused problems nonetheless. You're... What are you gonna do to me? To my mom? The council has determined it is against our laws to kill you outright. However, your mother's continued digging into the murder case. This is bothersome at best. I must ask you to deter her. But if you can't, I'll kill you both. Astoria, please. Your eyes leap to Lewin, desperate for a lifeline. We'll kill them both. For a week, she tried her best to keep the truth about vampires from your mother, but it proves more difficult than anticipated. And one day you say something you can't take back. An agreement is agreement, and you broke your end. Parker, what's going on? Mom, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean... The elders drag you and your mom to the center of the tribunal chamber, cutting off your apologies and forcing you to your knees. Just then, the doors burst open. Help! Something awful's happened! Lewin! The nexus is filled with the din of distressed voices from all the covens. Both Lewin and Astoria release you and your mom. Mom, go. Get out of here while everyone's distracted. Get to the hospital, hide until I can find you. Parker, please be safe. Mom is able to slip out of the nexus as everyone's attention remains on Nicole, who rushes to the center of the room. Harrison and I were in the woods and we found a Venedi hunting party that went out early. They're dead. Their bodies, they were arranged in a circle. There was blood all over them, like some sort of ritual. Were there any survivors? No, but one of the members' hunting party was missing. Seth. Seth? Here casts panic exclamation, and seeing her taking advantage of the distraction created by the uproar to sneak out the door. Gabriel. Cass is... But you find Gabriel's already taking off after Cass. You hurry after him hot on the heels as he storms out of the nexus. Gabriel, where are you going? Following Harlow. Hold on. Before we go following after Cass, we should... Parker, you can't come with me. It's not safe for you. It's not safe for me to stay. In case you forgot, the Coven leaders wanted me dead. Emotions war on his face, and you place a hand on his cheek, forcing him to look at you. Gabriel, do you think... there's anywhere safer than by your side? You're my protector, Gabriel. I trust you with my life. You wrap your arms around Gabriel's waist, giving him a brief but firm hug, the warmth of his arms blocking the chill air. Okay, we stick together. But I'm not letting you out of my sight. Gabriel stills for a moment, taking a slow breath. I picked up on the hunting party's scent. Let's go. The forest whips by in a blur until Gabriel comes to a stop, letting you off his back to take in the gruesome scene. Oh my god. The bodies of the Venedis are strewn in a circle, the light of the moon giving everything an otherworldly glow. The blood covering the ground shines like silver. Gabriel looks sickened, and when you peer into the mouth of the nearest Venedi, you see why. Their fangs have been ripped out, leaving bloody holes behind. All of them, every single one of them, has had their fangs torn out. This is bad, really bad. To remove a vampire's fangs like this, it's a declaration of war. War? Did the Clements make this declaration? He shakes his head vehemently. This goes against everything the Clements stand for. I can't imagine the members of my coven would do something like this. After what the group of Venedis did to you at the Autumn Festival, I wouldn't be surprised they had something to do with this. Don't worry, Gabriel. We'll find the truth. If the Venedis are really behind this, we'll find proof, and if not, we'll figure out who is and stop them. Suddenly, you go still as the sound of rustling from the trees nearby. Cautiously, Gabriel leads you around an old sycamore tree, where you find Cass and Seth huddled together at the base, whispering too quietly to hear. What the hell's going on here? None of your goddamn business. If you're plotting against the Covens, it actually is his business. Plotting? Get real! You think I'd hunt my own coven? My best friend? Seth lets out a soft moan, and you get a good look at him for the first time. He's badly beaten, hardly able to keep his eyes open. Gabriel, he's hurt. What did I tell you? I found him here like this. If anything, your precious Clemence did this. Cass, wait. His words are raspy, low, but they make Cass stop. It wasn't the Clemence. The creatures that attacked us took us completely by surprise. By the time we realized we were under attack, it was too late. They left me alive as a warning to the Covens. As if a warning would make a difference. The Venadi, Clement, doesn't matter. We don't stand a chance. And the Clements and Venadis are back in the Nexus at each other's throats right now. Terror in his voice makes your blood run cold. Cass and Gabriel shudder a glare, then release each other forcefully. They have no idea what's coming for them. This is worse than any of us thought. We have to get back and tell everyone. Seth, you think you can make it that far? Someone needs to go back and warn everyone. And check on my mom, would you? Seth nods and limps towards town. Gabriel nods his head towards the clearing of bodies, looking to Cass. It'll be easier to convince them if we take one of the bodies back as proof. Parker and I will scope out what we're dealing with. Like, I'm gonna sit back and let you take all the glory. I'm coming with. No way. As much as I hate to admit it, we might need her, Gabriel. Like it or not, we got bigger problems right now than who's in what coven. The human has a point. Cass extends her hand to Gabriel, who looks at it like it's a poisonous snake. You, Gabriel, and Cass formed a tentative alliance. You better not make me regret this. I think we know who's more likely to mess this up. Together, the three of you turn to face the blackness of the forest, whatever's lurking inside, bigger than you all. Oh, boy. Well, without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember that if you did enjoy, to like, share, and subscribe. Do keep in mind there's a second chapter of this coming out. So, can I just say the following? What the hell's the difference? No, seriously. What in the actual hell is the difference? So, alright, let me just say this. What the hell's the difference? So, literally and figuratively is instead of, if you remember my playthrough, right, which most of you should, we romanced both. We did all the diamond choices, and we romanced both. The only difference here is, which is just really weird, because let's just say, hypothetically, Paz not taken, right? Paz not taken. So a lot of you I know didn't romance both. I did. So, what is the difference for me? Well, let me think about this. Oh, only one's romancing you. Or vice versa. So you're romancing either Gabriel or Cass. That's it. That's all it is. I don't get it. This is stupid. It's like going back through and playing the entire book real quick in lightning fast speed and just picking little, like, cherry-picking things that we did and doing only Gabriel or only Cass parts. And that's it. And you're trying to, again, you're cherry-picking out of a whole entire book of, like, 16 chapters. You're cherry-picking for 2 chapters. You're cherry-picking that. Man, Pixelberry's really run out of ideas. Anyway, peace out.